At the 2023 Portland Retro Gaming Expo, the Atari Jaguar got a lot of love. First of all, it was the 30th anniversary of that console, and so there were multiple panels and a large exhibition in the Portland Retro Gaming Expo Museum. The museum, as every year, was done by the Video Game History Foundation, and I'll walk you through some of the things that were shown. So here, for example, you see some original demo tapes, the Atari Jaguar guide. Here is one of the Atari Jaguar messenger bags. This one is kind of a rare one in the dark green. Here's an original Atari hat. This one was brand new. That was actually sold at the show. And some JagFest material and all the retail released games, cartridges and CDs, as well as the console. And of course, the highlight was this just quite bizarre Imagine Hot Rod dental imager, which was fully functional. It was set up with the printer that went with it. And so people in the museum could have their teeth printed, which interestingly enough, not a lot of people volunteered for that, but Frank Cefaldi from the Video Game History Foundation tried really hard to convince people to take pictures, and this thing worked great. Again, it's kind of a bizarre use for the Atari shell, but, it's awesome to see that live. Some more prototypes and unreleased games. There's an original cat box, and we all know what disaster this one was. And, of course, an Atari Jaguar kiosk, which was playing the Tempest soundtrack. And that, by the way, had the original monitor in it. And then there were some Jaguar banners. And lots of PR material, like an original issue of the Cat Rap magazine. There was the Cave infomercial running in the background. Right here, you see that. And of course, some other commercials. Do the math. Clifford, can you repeat the question? That thing. And lots of homebrews as well, and some prototypes. Overall, it was a wonderful exhibition. A lot of work went into this, and all the volunteers really outdid themselves. The highlight then was that all the Jaguar games were also available for play on these consoles here. So this is the museum while it's still being set up. That's why it's so empty. But we'll show you in a second here, we'll show you a video on how that looked after people had come in. So there's Frank, there was Pat, there was Steven from the Nintendo Art Foundation. That was Rich Whitehouse sitting on the chair there, the maker of the awesome Jaguar emulator. And here is another shot of the Jaguar kiosk. So overall, wonderful setup. And of course, that big do the math poster in the middle, that's just brilliant. And here's the Jaguar dude from the Jaguar merch catalog. We also had a exhibition of all the Atari Lynx games. So this was the complete retail set. Nicely arranged here in that acrylic stand-up. And the other thing that was great, there was a cat charity that collected money. You can sit here in this tent, pet kitties, and I think they were also available for adoption or something like that. And that was, you have the Jaguar, you have the Lynx, so that's awesome that they did that. That was so successful. I hope these kitties will come back next year. And here are people playing the Atari Jaguar games. And this was busy all weekend long. So people really loved this. A lot of people, I think, for the first time got to play Atari Jaguar games. So here's the kiosk Saturday night at the auction. I forgot for how much money that sold, but it went for a good price. And, lots of other things like neon signs. And then there was also a Primal Rage banner. You see that down there. So overall, lots of Jaguar love at the auction. And there's one more really, really cool thing. So before we get to this, here's the kiosk again in really nice condition. And it also had the original monitor in it, which was the SC1435. Here's some other stuff from Nintendo. But I think we'll get to that in a second. Here is the original monitor, right? SC1435. And those are rare. If you guys know how much they go for on eBay, it's kind of insane. So And here is a mystery box. So this was from the company that did these carousel rides, Speedster, and I think there was that helicopter thing. And so this was a prototype setup. It had, the Jaguar in there, a CRT, and then multiple EEPROM cartridges that you see up there in the upper left corner. I'll show you another perspective of that here in a second. So this is the Jaguar mounted on a board with the cartridge slot there, and this is where other things connected to. This was kind of a test setup, and these are the cartridges that went with it. These were like early versions of Speedster and by Carousel. And this also sold at the auction. I forgot for how much, but it's awesome that this was made available here for collectors. So overall, lots of Atari Jaguar love at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo 2023. Definitely awesome for Jag fans. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and to the right are a few more videos from the Portland Retro Gaming Expo 2023. Thanks for watching.